Welcome back to Wednesday Night Zombie Fever on 2BACL 100.9 FM, where we are in the process of forming the Who Cares Party.
The Who the Hell Cares Party. Now, basically, okay, so stop voting for the sex shooting coke bullet train party or whatever we came up with.
Good party.
Sex shooting coke on a bullet train party. I'm going to get kicked off of that. But basically, we started talking about the latest sort of political gaffe that's out there, the latest political scandal.
Like air quotations, not really much of a scandal, but...
Which is Tony Abbott referring to gay marriage. He said that...
it's the fashion of the moment.
Yeah, he said that he... doesn't want to see radical change based on the fashion of the moment, implying that this is just a fashionable thing.
Why is gay marriage seen as radical? There's a bunch of places in the world where you can get married, like gay people can get married. So why is it radical to say that we would allow it here in Australia?
Those people that are already living together have a document saying they're married?
Outrageous!
Whoa! I feel like the only people who call it controversial or radical are the people who oppose it.
Yeah.
The people who support it, otherwise known as normal people, seem like, you know, it's just this reasonable, rational thing. And basically, who the hell cares?
Yes.
Because, like, I have no problem with, like, religion, and you can believe whatever you want.
Yeah,
but two people getting married in a civil ceremony for for legal purposes has nothing to do with that.
It doesn't have to have anything to do with a religion at all. Like, if you get married in a civil ceremony, say you're a Catholic, the Catholic Church doesn't recognise that because you didn't get married in a Catholic church. So to them, that you're not married.
Yeah.
But what does that really matter?
But it doesn't. If it doesn't matter to you, then it doesn't matter at all.
Nope.
Basically.
And that's the thing. I feel like I think that is the comment that Tony Abbott made is definitely a comment that could be made on religion. I don't think that religious doctrine should vary based on, you know, socially what's going on, because otherwise, what's the point of having religion if it just gets reviewed every 10 years or so? So if the Catholic Church wants to maintain their stance on gay marriage, that's fine.
Can I just say...
Catholicism bears the brunt of this. I'm pretty sure Islam and Judaism are also against gay marriage, right?
There are a lot of religions that are against it.
Yeah.
And that's fine, but that shouldn't influence what two people who aren't members of that religion can do with their lives.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
Well...
Okay, sorry. So
well,
basically...
we're all in agreement with that.
Yeah, and the thing is that 2/3 of Australians support this.
Yeah.
So I don't understand why this isn't kind of...
It seems like 2/3 of Australians support it. The ones who don't are all in politics.
The ones who don't are either in the Liberal or the Labor Party.
They're the old white dudes.
Or the Qatar Australia Party, they also oppose it.
Do you think One Nation...
So they're out of our...
Probably.
Oh, yeah.
Because we've got
Islam as a country.
Yeah, we've got...
I'm getting that clip
probably
opposes gay marriage.
We do have a clip. I don't know if anybody's seen... what was the woman's name?
Stephanie Bannister.
I'm really ashamed to have the same name as this woman, but...
Yeah. And she is every bit as thick as her surname. Like, I think a wooden rail would actually be smarter than this
woman. She has withdrawn now, but there were some comments she made in an interview that she says mostly have been taken out of context. But
she said one thing was taken out of context. But it doesn't save her.
Yeah.
That's not a life raft. Yeah. She would have sunk off that door in Titanic.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'll just get this clip up for everyone now in 1 second.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. It rivals what we played last week.
If you've seen this clip on The Daily Show, The Daily Show has been doing the rounds.
It's really funny.
It's very, very good. And they do make fun of themselves as well in it. So, you know, it's all in good fun.
Yeah. So we'll post the Daily Show clip on the Facebook page. Meanwhile, this is the... that's obviously a lot longer. So this is just the 7 News coverage with the highlights of One Nation candidate Stephanie Bannister and her exactly 2 minutes and 30 seconds of fame.
A mother accused of an anti-Muslim contamination scare at a Logan shopping centre will stand as a One Nation candidate at next month's election. In an exclusive interview, Stephanie Bannister told 7 News Islam was a country and shared her unique understanding of the big issues.
Stephanie Bannister is a migrant, an alleged criminal.
Hello, Stephanie Bannister. Hello.
And at 27, One Nation's poster girl for young voters in Rankin.
I don't oppose Islam as a country, but I do feel that their laws should not be welcome here in Australia.
The religion is at the centre of her political beliefs. The mother of 2 from Kingston wants halal food banned.
Less than 2% of Australians follow haram.
Or the Quran, as the Islamic text is known. Kosher food for Jewish Australians is fine.
Jews aren't under haram. They have their own religion, which follows Jesus Christ.
Judaism rejects Jesus Christ. Just like Islam, it has its own dietary law and food certification.
They don't have a tax on it. They've just got a certain way of making it, where haram has a tax on the food.
Kosher has a fee too.
NDIS, so where do you stand on that? Do you want the National Disability Scheme?
I believe that the disability scheme is working at the moment.
It doesn't start until 2016.
I like to see the government drop its 5-star budget down to an economy budget. With the way the economy is going at the moment, I don't see why the government feels that it should remain at a 5-star budget.
Yep, she basically describes the budget like a hotel. We need to bring it down from first class back into economy.
Yeah, the disability pension thing was awesome too. It doesn't start until
2016.
Yeah.
That was really painful.
What a dumbass.
I mean, in the Daily Show, they describe her as our Sarah Palin.
A turbo Palin.
Palin, yeah. And that has to, yeah. I completely agree with that.
Yep.
Thank God she's withdrawn.
Yeah, I definitely understand things being taken out of context. But the phrase, Jews follow Jesus Christ cannot be taken out of context.
No.
She definitely said that.
Even if she backtracked.
Yeah. And that haram, when I heard her say haram for the first time, I'm like...
No.
I'm
just like facepalm, really. It was, just painful.
Yep.
And we're only a couple of weeks just in the second week of campaigning, so we've already had a couple of huge political gaffes, which are hilarious and so much fun to watch.
I'll be glad when the election's over, but I will miss the news the politicians make. I mean, some of it's hilarious.
It is quite funny.
We had Tony Abbott with suppository before. We had him kissing a woman on the head by accident.
It looked incredibly intimate. He was meaning to kiss the baby. Poor baby.
So awkward. He also had one of the Liberal candidate for Lindsay, Fiona Scott, said that she had sex appeal.
Yeah.
He also said that he was sexy like George Clooney. He's not.
That sex appeal thing, having sex appeal is not a bad thing. Like, it's not something... Yeah. It's not offensive in any way, but it's not something someone should be saying about their staff. Like,
I think it's just awkward to say to someone,
it's not something you should have said. It's not necessarily bad. It's just not something you should have.
Yeah, I don't think it was
really professional.
No.
I don't think it was derogatory. I don't think he meant it to be derogatory or offensive.
It's something that
he just wasn't.
Yeah, it wasn't appropriate. Yeah,
you'd hear it more if someone was talking about a movie. Not a politician.
Yeah, no, he shouldn't have said it.
No.
And I'm pretty sure after he said it, he's like, oh, I shouldn't have said that.
He probably does sound like something that you'd really regret saying, and then you remember there's a mic next to you, and you go,
I should have thought
this is going to haunt me.
More.
Oh no, I'm the new Stephanie Bannister.
I really agree with the Daily Show's clip in that I like that it's 4 weeks. Yes, we get all these hilarious moments, but it's just like we're being bombarded by campaign talk.
Yeah, with America, it goes for a long time, though. They go to all the different, primaries and that kind of stuff, and it takes them a very long time to get to the election.
Like a couple of years, right?
Well,
they're already talking about the next election.
I know.
Yeah, and it's
2016
is their next American election. Ours only just started. So I'm pretty glad that it doesn't go for as long as all of that.
That's overkill.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
But I suppose it gives people enough time to really read up on their parties and know...
A lot of people, though, they'd fall, by the wayside. by the time you actually get to the date.
Well, and it's not
You'd have a Sarah
compulsory to vote in
Palin.
America either. So
No.
Yeah.
But they have a large population
Yeah, they do.
in comparison to us.
I do actually think compulsory voting is a good idea, though. I think we should be made to vote.
It does force you to kind of have a say.
Yeah. And I suppose it just doesn't mean that only the ignorant people are going to vote. You know, everybody's voting.
Yeah.
And I guess, because you can go in there and you can just put in a blank ballot if you genuinely believe that you know, don't want your vote counted.
Yeah.
So you don't physically have to have an opinion on something.
Yeah, as long as you turn up basically and get your name marked off, you can then just go home.
Yeah.
And there's sometimes sausage sizzles there.
They do.
That's true.
We established in our second segment of the night, sausage sizzles are awesome.
They are really good.
And it's worth going to get your name marked off and get a sausage.
Yeah.
And I guess, one reason that I support mandatory voting is that it means that people are actually accountable. So if somebody was to say to a politician, you know, who should a politician represent? The population of Australia or their party and their supporters? Obviously the politician would have to say, well, you know, we represent Australia. Well then, if 2/3 of Australians represent gay marriage, why don't you? And it kind of makes them accountable.
Yeah. I had this guy last local election? What was the last election we went to?
It was state.
State. Okay, it would have been the state election. He basically, before he went in, he said that he'd vote for the first person to give him a free sausage sizzle. So
That's actually a solid
Yeah.
platform.
we should start up the sausage sizzle party. Yeah. How many people do you think would vote for us?
Sausage sizzle shooting cake
A
on
lot.
a bullet train.
Except for the
with
vegetarians
bank
and
reform
vegans.
Party.
Oh no, you can have a.
But then we can have,
a vegan
variations.
sausage.
Yeah.
Why not?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I
We're
think
really
we're
onto something.
here. Yeah.
Also, but with voting that's not compulsory, like they really, in America, they really have to inspire them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
They
really
have to get them motivated to vote.
But they also really appeal to the kind of extremist groups or like the interest groups, like gun lobbyists and like really conservative Christian groups as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I think something like 80% of Americans supported gun control, and yet when it went to the...
They have a lot of power.
Yeah,
they just...
the big gun,
it
like
was
the
insane.
NRA has a lot of power.
Even Obama, he went off at them because they just won't pass it.
Yeah. And it's kind of the same here with the gay marriage. Everyone's fine with it. And anyway, to get back to the how we started this segment, basically we are starting the Who the Hell Cares party because we believe that you should be able to think whatever you want, believe whatever you want.
As long as you don't hurt anybody or force your beliefs on anybody else, basically.
Yeah.
And basically, I don't care enough about other people. I'm so ingrained in myself that I don't care if two other people can get married or not.
Yeah. It's really all about me.
I'm really self-centered.
Yeah. Let everybody else do what they want, you know.
Also, we will
I
get
just
to
don't care enough to stop them.
We will have a look at Coke and Bubblers.
Yeah.
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 Well, we can safely say that's one of our campaign promises.
Yeah, in workplaces.
Yeah.
And if you have any other, issues that you want our party to raise, but we are for the people.
Also,
We are the
obviously.
voice of the people here on Zombie Fever.
Yeah.
milkshakes in restaurants. Mandatory.
Every restaurant should have milkshakes.
And cafe.
Yep. Lime-flavoured ones.
Yeah, if you serve food
You
and
should
drink,
serve a milkshake.
Yep.
Yep.
Lime flavour is the best flavour. Just saying.
Oh, salted caramel's pretty good. Very unhealthy. but
We have,
Reddit does
guys, we have to
salted caramel.
streamline our
Really?
policies.
Salted caramel hot chocolate, I think it is.
I don't know about that.
Or salted... Well, it wouldn't be hot chocolate, it'd be caramel, but yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know what I think our party should do? Like, on our website, we should have a poll, and then, like, every decision, we get, like, all of our constituents to vote. So then we're, like, really are the voice of the people. So we basically don't have to make any decisions. We just do what the people tell us. Because that's democracy.
That could go bad, though.
Yeah.
Well, it can go bad if people are dumb, or if we've got a whole bunch of Stephanie Bannisters, electorate.
There's a possibility of that
I'm
happening.
really hoping that there aren't more like her.
That's like,
In One Nation.
You should, the looks that just got passed around in this room, but yeah.
I think there's a few of the One Nation party.
we're very respectful of all the political parties.
Well, we're going to be back with our interview with Bankstown Mayor Carl Asfor, but we're going to leave you with what I think we can agree is the political quote of the day. This is from Tony Abbott, again on the gay marriage issue. I respect the views of people who disagree with me, but I respectfully disagree with them.
Nice.
Well said.
Well said, Mr. Abbott.
Well said. Man who kisses women on the back of their head.
Suppository brush.
This is Muse on 2BACR 100.9 FM.